This then it'll be ready.
Nang sigaw up mga pagkatapat.
These?
I was making these for the top for them little mufflers.
Okay, Mom, you can start now.
Now, these are the tools of our great grandmother right here. This is different, the stone, some kind, and then handle with the little bone right here. And then
Tight as rawhide.
any way for them. They used to sharpen them all right too. But this is just to show. And this is for the scraping, just like that one right here. Now we have this one different. This is with the flint point right here. You had to put it there. That the flint have to be shaping them with the horn of the caribou right to the nose part around here in the front. They had to shape it to their hand and then chip them and use them for knife, or this is for the ikun too, yeah, that's the same kind. Flint, they have to chip them with their hand like that, shaping them. No hammer. They never hammered them, just chip them with their hand.
Mom, before they had these new kind, they used bones, didn't they?
They even have bone too when they're lighter than these, when they're, yeah. They have to sharpen them just like that one right here. Right there.
And this is another kind, it's a stone.
So
Yeah,
it's a kind of
after they're tanning, scraping the skin,
And they want to
have
soften
to wet it and then soften it, drying them, the skin, and then color them right here. Yeah. Color them with all the willow bark. Soak the willow bark and then spread it around here on
and
the
then
height.
it makes that beautiful shade.
Yeah. And then if they don't want to have all just spread it around, they have to color these, soak them after they soak all the willow bark.
This is what kind of skin?
This is a reindeer.
Reindeer skin. That's been scraped clean, the hair's been removed, and these are called summer mucklucks, huh?
Yeah. And then they had to color them that way too, but you have to scrape them inside.
Afterwards,
With that
kind of stretch them.
And then soften them. These are for the summer muckluck. The top's supposed to be with the white seal skin, have to be for the top. That's the kind. When they want to make little fancy things like that, they have to use the throat of let me see. Yeah, that's the one. Throat, because long ago they never waste the skin or from the animal anyway. This is the throat of a sea lion. They have to take the muscles off, scrape with the olu, take it off and then soak it. After they soak it, dry it.
And how do they bleach it?
Inside you have to scrape them like that and then dry it in summertime, and then in winter you have to soak it in the salt water, because the salt water is good for soaking the height. It never runs right away. They have to put the air on after it soaks and hang it outdoors. Bleach dry like that.
That's how it gets nice and white, huh?
Yeah,
In the summertime when they're dry, they're not white.
No.
Yeah, they're
When they get
kind of
stained?
tan.
In wintertime, this is the month of March and April mostly. That's the
Okay.
time. Yeah.
So they wet it again. They soak it in salt water from the sound, and then after it's all soaked and all wet, then they blow it up that throat, and then hang it outside to freeze dry, and then it bleaches.
You
Okay.
bleach dry like that.
And then it's used for trimming, eh?
Yeah, these are the way they used it right here.
Rachel, look at the back. There's nothing on the back.
Yeah.
And it's just been.
They use some kind of implement where they make a hole through the leather so that this is woven through, and none of it shows in the back. That's unique.
That's a lost art, I think.
And then when
it can be revived.
Yeah. They have to make the tendons have to be. The sinew, you have to, when a woman have to do any skin sewing, they have to make the first thing after they're tanning the skin, have to make a sinew. The sinew have to be, split it. And then,
Okay.
Yeah.
What is this sinew made from? Where did you get the sinew?
This is from the reindeer or caribou. This is on the back part right here.
The back muscles. The back muscles from the caribou or the reindeer.
Yeah.
And then all the meat is removed from it. All the meat is removed. And then they soak it in water to remove the blood.
Again, take your blood out.
And then they dry it on board like this. Stretched it out like that, and then it dry. And then when it's dry, then they can split it.
Yeah, this is the leg part right here. Called the leg part. Is
the leg muscles, tendon.
Tendons right here. There were 4 of them. Quite a few of them. This kind too. Some of them are really thick, strong. And this is hard to believe. This is ugruk. Here,
ugruk sinew
from the
the flipper part.
From the flipper part.
They're good to use for water boot muklak.
And then for the steamboat.
And because they withstand water better than the land animals.
And you can make any width you want or any strength you want. Like these are the real coarse ones for the muklak bottoms, right here, and the medium sized for. Or is this fine?
Oh, yeah, this is fine.
For fancy work.
For fancy work.
Fancy work.
And this is medium for parkies.
For parkies and muklaks, the
skin pants. The muklak have to be with the coarse of thread.
Because they use them harder, They're harder for wear.
When they stitch them...
Mom, what was this used for?
For the...
That?
For the...
For atumuk,
Yeah, atumuk.
For atumuk. And
for water muklak, this is the kind they used to have for the waterproof muklak.
And that's braided.
The bottom.
Yeah, I can't believe that you use it like that.
Yeah,
so when it swells, when it when it gets wet and it swells, then that makes it
watertight.
Completely watertight.
Yeah. So you have to use them when you are putting the bottom on a muklak. You have to use this kind.
Whose little finger guard is that?
It was mine.
Oh, I always say it was my grandmother's.
All the fingers have to have that kind, then
or else you would wear them out.
Tighten them.
You get calluses and stuff. And then sinew is twisted for some uses, and then it's braided for other uses.
Yeah.
Mom, what is this made of?
Oh, this is made of caribou heart membrane right here.
Caribou what? Heart membrane.
It all worn out. I had to.
Cardiac sac.
Yeah.
All the time when I was talking to the girls, I was starting around. When they would start to have dances here, girls just happened to come around here.
1940s.
I have to take these in the shopping bag or on the back, going back and forth up to. First, I was talking down here in that old hotel of
Wings,
And then
just a few doors down,
and then at the Angie building, When they used to have the first time whenever they have the doses. And then when they bought that place up there from Jacobson, Harold Jacobson, they moved up there, so I had to go back and forth every day. So,
is this, I'm sorry.
Yeah. So I really get tired going back and forth because arthritis just started from my feet.
At that time,
and then when I step on the stone, ouch, all the way going back and forth.
Just to get the tourists educated, huh?
Yeah. So I quit around 1970.
Just a few years ago.
Yeah. They want me to work all right. I can walk back and forth all the time.
You should tell them.
If they take me with the cab, it would be better. Or on the bus.
You should tell them.
You should hustle you a little bit.
You should tell them, you want me bad enough, you come and get me with a chariot.
Okay, this great big piece right here, this is what I've been trying to unwind. What was that used for? Umat?
This is for the umat. On the boot side, some up.
And that's all braided too, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
For the umat, when they will put the stitches together, a lady start from the middle. Another one on the other side. That's what they used to. They use this for umat.
Now, is this what they used to use for string too?
Yeah. For the yo-yo string.
Yeah.
And then they used to have these for the snowshoe too. Snowshoe.
Oh, instead of hide?
They used to braid
for
them.
the weaving. For the weaving in the snowshoes.
I always thought it was.
But the laces were rawhide.
Oh, okay.
The laces are rawhide.
Right in on where the foot always be, yeah, that's And then they use it for the hook too, this kind of braided one.
That's what I was wondering, if they made nets out of them, or would that be too?
Well, they used to make a net in the water out of a rawhide seal.
How about for fish?
Fish the same way.
With rawhide too?
Only, this is the seal thing. And this is the reindeer right here. Reindeer
how can you tell the difference?
Reindeer is right here too.
They have a different texture.
This is a seal skin, real seal skin. And that one you have to color them. Just a little piece like that, just to show how they clean them. At first,
now is that natural? That black?
Yeah,
is that natural?
It's natural with the.
Is that when you make the atunguks?
Yeah, with the hair scraped off.
When you take that little fur.
Yeah, when you scrape the hair off, it leaves that's the natural color of the skin.
And then you scrape it, this one right here with the...
Akipsi.
Yeah, and they have to have wood banded kind from the root of the tree. They have to smooth it and then put it right on top of it and then scrape it with the... They used to have, I have one of the caribou.
You made
lake.
one.
Caribou lake.
Better than me.
No, you do.
You
make it.
Yeah.
Wrong way you try to. So, when they wanted to have for the fish, they used to make like this too, but it always get wet right away and rotted right away. The sinew, tendons of the animal. They save everything from the animal, even from ptarmigan. You'll press thing around on the face part. They have to save those, even though they're short. Even from caribou shoulder blade, there's a tendons in there too. They have to save those. Try to save everything from the animal. Never waste our people.
Okay.
That really is amazing.
So they use the cardiac sac.
Pericardium.
And then they use the muscles and the tendons. And then
they ate
use
the meat.
Skin. And then they use the meat for food.
Yeah.
And they use the bone for implements, for ikun, and for fish hooks.
Fish hook. Needle,
or needle hole maker for the needle.
This is a little hook right here. And then
ivory,
yeah. This is the tooth of some kind of animal. And then they used to have
and then the bones, the different bones.
The tooth of a porcupine they use for the hook, or the square muskrat.
Oh, for the hook.
Yeah, right here.
Right here. But there's another piece.
Yeah, Emma.
I have it here. I put it up here for the God, you know.
Right there.
Right there. That's the one.
And they use that's the tooth of a beaver, right?
Yeah. Beaver or
and it's
porcupine.
It's used for the hook. For the hook part of the fish hook.
If they didn't have these, they used these claws of wolverine or those little martin, you know. Those
martin.
They have a sharp claws. You know. Anything that have to be hooked like that, they use it for hook.
Mom, I found this one time. Now, what is that? What was that used for?
This is for the spear.
Is that old?
Old one. They had to tie it right here on the...
Is that for little tiny animals?
When they
for a hand?
Long spear, some of them are real tiny, You see them, When they were trying to kill these little duck, they used to have long spear and then make it narrow on the end, and then whatever they call it, nuksak. They have to put right here and then on that thing. Yeah.
For the throwing.
The throwing, yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
this is a thrower?
This is part of the handle that you hold on where you put the end of the spear there. And then when you're throwing, you're pushing it actually out of this.
So it's like a...
You know? And then you guide where it goes, you know. Jika makoa thing ba makosit?
That from the swan. This is from the swan
legs
on the wood part. They used to have these for, long ago, old man, I always see him that they had to nest with them.
Snip tobacco.
Do they use that for that?
Yeah, this kind. And then they use this for the needle too.
To put them needles away.
Have to have a pin inside and then hide.
They also use caribou bones,
No, this is the kind they used to have for the needle. Make it narrow like that and then back and forth like that. Put it. But they were so expensive right now. They used to sell those for the needle thing, 25 something like that now. I don't know now, because the time while I was working there always. This is the kind they used to have for the runners on the Eskimo sled. Eskimo sled is different than the one they make it.
Part of hardwood,
The Eskimo sled, they get them from the spruce. The root part right here banded. They had to split them and then smooth it out. And then put the runner of this kind. This is whalebone. This is whalebone.
From the rib,
Yeah. No, jaw.
The jaw?
Yeah.
From the jaw of the whale.
They used to have these flint for just marking them. Marking them, finally they break them.
Oh, you mean
like cutting glass?
You mean they keep going like this? Like this?
Yeah.
And like this in the same place all the time until they cut it? Wow, talk about patience.
Yeah. Even when they were making a hole like this, they used a flint for just
like this.
they have mouthpiece right here.
That's how they made these little holes too then, huh?
Uh-huh.
What were those little holes made for?
Well, they have to put the...
Maybe if the blade was long enough.
Lacing it, I think that they...
Yeah, to hold the blade in. And they use the bit and the bow.
Yeah, this is the needle they used to get from the ivory. These are the needles what they had long ago.
Excuse me.
God bless you.
Sharp needle. Sharp needle. They make it hold. They use these tools for tools that are flint. When they cut it, it's kind of sharp. So they have to use them for making a hole. This is a stone. They use it for tanning. I was sand, white sand. After they tan the skin, they used to have it with the white sand, make it more whiter. Kitik, they call it. They get those from here, from the
white sand,
That's the one I used to take the hair off. It could cut the seal. Put a little sand or from the stove.
This one maybe.
Or ashes from the stove?
No, she's just looking. Cookie, why don't you come here for a minute? That's your granddaughter.
So you could learn something.
You sit right there and you listen to Grandma.
See,
Right there.
So you have to take the hair off with something, scrape them. They have to put any kind of fine sand.
Use the fine sand or the ashes for abrasive that, and then and so it'll help take the hair off.
Hair off, and then it have to be just like the one we have it a while ago. That's the kind they used to make for the waterproof muffler. This is the, I think this is the, when David killed the Goliath, he had this kind. That's the kind they used to have for the hunting bets and things like that. Out of an old muffler. They never wasted the string.
Used
skin. And there are 3 holes in the bottom to put the rock.
And then here, right here, and
holes on the 2 edges to put the
so they have to do this way and then,
There's a little hole.
And one you hold your finger, you put a rock in there. Bing, 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 bing.
Yeah, that's the kind that my boy Marty made that. He was using it when he was out hunting and things like that.
What's that funny looking thing right there?
This?
No, the other one. The wrist, looks like a wrist guard for...
Oh, this is the kind they used to have the archery.
For bows and arrows?
Bow and arrow, yeah. They have to use it right here.
As a wrist guard,
So, because the string always healing.
What's that made out of?
This is the bone.
That's pretty.
It's long ago, this is the bone they used to have the string where you tie it around. Yeah, right there, But because the string always peel the skin off.
Yeah,
that's what they had to use. This is a jade. This is jade. And then this is right here, the little knife right here.
What was this used for?
A knife.
Knife?
Those are the knives. They used to have little knives.
Everyone used them?
They carried around.
Everyone used them?
Everybody had a knife. Every man had a knife. Every woman had an ulu.
Yeah.
Mom, don't forget that this ulu was made for me when I was born by my father, and that's what kind of...
This is a let me see. This is
horn,
horn.
Doll?
Yeah, doll
Yeah,
sheep.
Doll sheep.
Horn.
If you boil it, it'll get soft.
Yeah.
I don't want it to get soft.
This is just for the skin sewing and make a little of these fancy. You have to press it down like that and cut them. Because you have to have little pattern for these when you were making it. I would try to have so these while I was demonstrating these. Because you have to have pattern and then cut them on this hard cutting board. This is a cutting board made out of a spruce tree hardwood. Sometimes they injure the bark of the tree, spruce tree, and then it's shipping the juice from it's getting hard. That's the only thing they use. They use it for hairwood, cutting board for the making muffler, everything, yeah. Because that's the only thing they used to have to. Because if you press it down, you have to cut it right away like that, see? But I can't do them anymore. Then when you want to make it a little thinner, you have to use your olu like that.
Just like for the seam edge here, where you cut it at that angle to make it thinner, so that it'll fit nice when you're sewing the tops on. Where's those little tops? Right here.
Because you have to use your hand for measurement.
That was the measuring stick. Okay.
Mine is this way. That's how mine would go. Now my big can do little
and then when they're finished, this is what they look like, huh?
Yeah.
And this is made of moose hide?
Moose hide, that one, but this is okra.
Beaded, of course, trimmed with beaver, and the top with felt. Ours is a blended culture now, you know.
They used to have this kind of top. I mean the red thing.
Yeah, in olden times they had the dyed leather.
A thin one.
Yeah, the reindeer skin.
Caribou skin.
Yeah, caribou before we got reindeer.
Oh, before we had felt.
Yeah, before we had felt.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
And then the bottom of ubruk skin. And boy, that's a beautiful pair to wear to a dance.
And then the string have to be made from the fur seal.
Fur steel leather, right?
You have to let the hair off. I mean, stay in a warm place for a few days. The hair have to peel out, and then you have to soak it in the water again.
Like that salt water?
Yeah.
That salt water.
And then bleach it outdoors again, dry like that.
In the spring, March, April. For next week.
Yeah, they called it.
Mom, this was made from what?
Muzzle loading rifle barrel there. They used to have those.
The peaceful way of using it, and then you have a sharp end and the dull end. The dull end was used for
making cutting the hair off on the seal skin.
And that one for tanning. That one for taking the hair off. The dull side. And the sharp side for tanning the skin.
Yeah. But I think that's really neat. They just had the little tiny thing like this, and then you use a piece of leather.
Because it wouldn't slip out.
Yeah.
It always falls off.
For a tight
but
fit.
Rachel, feel the way that fits into your palm.
Weren't they ingenious?
Because it fitted the palm of her hand so that she didn't get tired so much. Because that was
and it's made from the root of a tree,
Yeah.
Tree root.
Or from the willow.
Or willow or alder.
Yeah.
Whatever fits, and then carved so the fingers will fit there.
This is the point of the spear right here too. This is a flint. They always have this flint for the spear point or arrow point. And then they had to chip them with their hands or the horn of the caribou right on the head part, right on the face part right here. It's hard. They have to use it for chipping, shaping them. While they were watching hunting, sit down, watch for the animal, they have to chip same time.
They never just sit around and do nothing. They're always doing something. Huh?
Yeah, all the time. Had to do anything. They never have their hands empty. Oh, no. Not now.
We need to teach our kids that again.
While they were watching for the animal, they have to do something right there. Or the woman have to make a, while they're
Senu.
While they're watching, waiting.
Mom, what is this?
This is the skin of a fish. One whole fish like this. I bought this from a koyuk. One little fish skin like this, the whole one side is off already. $5 from koyuk. Just because I wanted to have them made like this right here. They used to have it for the, instead of a fat, I put salt up here and then on the bottom, that kind. They used to have them when they were making
leather. Okay. And it was used mostly for trim, huh?
For fancy work.
For fancy work. Was this going to be for the back of your part?